Hello everyone, welcome to episode 14 of Time Starts Now. My name is Misty, and in the last episode we did the outlines for the beginning of the street. And I am loving it, but I want to move back over to the spawn area because we're not done over there. We're not done. It's not done. I can't leave it how it is right now. It's the first area, so in between episodes, I gathered a bunch of puff and smelted some more glass and a lot more spruce wood because I want to do the two more of these spawn chunks, which as you can see I have outlined them right here. So similarly to this room, essentially I'm going to take this and I'm going to lift it out of the ground a little bit, and that's going to go over here. So the ground level for that room is going to be right here, and there's going to be some steps down into it. There's going to be supporting pillars in the middle, and the roof's going to come up there with like that little up part. And then same thing over here, except just higher up out of the ground by another 2 blocks. And again, the center of it. So, without further ado, I think I'm going to get into the time lapse of building the basic outlines of these two buildings. So let's go! And well, there you have it. What I did in that time lapse, that took like a full stack of glass, and I think I dumped a bunch of other materials in here still. But that took the full stack of glass and so much sand to do the floor. But here is the, I quote said, basic outline. Very clearly is much more than that. And so, yeah, that took me that long to do that. It's gonna take me that long to do that again over here, and I've got to dig it out. But as you can tell, I've lost my axe, and my shovel's low on durability, and hopefully having unbreaking on it will make it last a little bit longer, but it'll definitely break. And I don't know if you noticed, but during the time lapse, I also managed to acquire some skeleton horses. So there you have it. I have 3 skeleton horses now. I don't know if there was any more than 3. Not willing to find out. They're just sharing the cow pen at the moment. Hi, isn't that right? Hi, sheep and chickens. You lay so many eggs. So, yeah. It doesn't look like much now, but I don't even know what to do for the walls, because it's not like you can't have an open building, wall building, and then with like a solid roof like this. But at the same time, you totally can. So, yeah. And maybe I do want to keep it open or whatever, but yeah. So, I'm gonna smelt up another stack of sand if I can summon one up. I think I'll have to mine this down, smelt up another stack, and then I will build up this one, the outline of this one, exactly like that one. And yes, it does have the little bit on top. So yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I'm gonna dig out this area, get a new shovel probably, enchant it, and do exactly what I did with that over here. Let me do that. just put a little pause on my time lapse. Again, this project just keeps taking up more and more resources. I still need more half slabs. I mean, I can craft the half slabs. I can probably sacrifice some of my backup sand. But like, now I'm like waiting for the glass to smelt, and like, this is taking forever. This is all the sand I've got left. I may as well craft it all up into slabs. Like, I'm gonna need sand elsewhere. Stupid slabs. Oh. Let's just go back to the time lapse. So it is the next day after I did that, and you may have noticed something different that I added, which is this corner. So the last chunk is this chunk here for these 4 chunks, and I was like, I need to think ahead. So when this gets grass grown to it, which is what is very, very slowly making its way over here. In fact, this is 2 more grass blocks than yesterday, by the way. And I'm also growing grass blocks over to this side too. I'm gonna decorate it nicely, and then we're gonna add a little dock right... I think I'm gonna add like a corner dock, and it's gonna go out there, kind of complete the square. And it's gonna look great! But that's what that's gonna go in this final square. It's gonna be decorated as like a nice little garden in between the 2 places. And I think here I'm gonna have a bunch of trapdoors to block off that. And possibly, again, over there, trapdoors and trapdoors. Just to give it the sunken in feeling, because, yeah. So, what's next? Well, obviously the water elevators still need work. So I want to turn my attention... Yeah, we will press all the wrong buttons. Whoa. I'm going to turn my attention to... I don't even know. Maybe this chunk? I haven't thought about everything. So, this chunk here, you know what? I'm gonna pause recording real quick, and I'll come back when I've thought about what's gonna go in this chunk. Okay, so I thought about it a little bit. You can see I'm placing symbols. So these black corners indicate where the corner of the chunks are. And I've decided to kind of spread out over these chunks and create essentially like another building off to the side here. That's going to balance out the clock tower. And it's going to come up to about maybe that high or something. But it's going to be like a little, going to have a little overarching bridge, because this is where the path is going to go down. And then it'll come down here, obviously. These pens might shuffle and smaller or whatever for it to then continue. I believe I'm going to put another bridge here that goes like up a little bit and then down to there, keep this open. So yeah, don't know what the building's going to be called yet, but it's essentially just going to be this big building here. So lots of options of what I want to build in the next episode. Do I want to start this, or do I want to do that, or will that garden be ready to go? I'm watching you, grass. You can keep growing slow, but I'll still be here. So yeah. Hey, what are you doing over there? Coming close. Come on, hurry up. I have a new Discord server. You can check it out. It's in the link in the description of this video. I hope to see you there. You get to interact with me. Anyway, I'm sorry for disturbing the video. I should let you get back to it. You can go now. Whoa, okay. So, what to do now? Well, I suppose we can start by building at least a little portion of this. So, there are kind of, you can see everything's kind of color coordinated. That purple line's not exactly where I want it to be, but essentially there's going to be like 4 parts of this building: the yellow, the blue, the purple, and the thing. I just ran out of blue wool, but the blue ends about there where that hole is. So I'm thinking I'm really quickly going to do yellow or blue. Honestly, let's do the yellow part first. Let me do the yellow tower. And another time lapse. Um boop. Right, so I may have ran out of tough bricks, but this is essentially going to be the first pillar, and I think it might go up slightly higher than that. In fact, it will, I think, by at least another 3 blocks. But what it'll be is it'll be like this, and then I'll have more tough, and then it'll be topped off with those, and that will kind of be that. Then there'll be a bit of a wall that comes out of the side. It'll be moved back 1 more. And then there'll be like a little archway over and connecting up into this building. And the reason why I'm using tough is because it's a lighter block than the deep slate. And the deep slate I like, but I've also come to be fond of having the tough here. So the clock tower really stands out because it is the darkest deep slate block, and then that is the deep slate bricks, and then we've got the tough bricks, and then the polished tough, and so it's kind of just tying the area into each other and like getting it all kind of cozy. And so this main building will be used. This tower will be other tough, and the like basement area, so from about maybe that level downwards will be out of like tough or even deep slate, and then the top part, the rest of it will be done with like wood, and I'm thinking of doing a wood roof with like a kind of A-frame top, with the A-frame being like a triangle like that. Which of course this tower needs to be definitely taller if I'm gonna do that. And so yeah, that is the future, and maybe the next episode will be doing the gate, is what I'll call it. This might be the gatehouse or something. But I am just looking at the time. I believe that is all the time I've got for in this episode. What a productive week it's been. We got this done, and we got this done, and I have some thoughts about the walls for this one. I don't know if this one will have walls, but I'll have a look into it. But I've had a thought about what could be possibly there. Of course, we know what's going in there. we've also done a little bit of work over here. I've been extremely busy this week while recording this video, so I'm really shocked of how much I managed to get done with the time I've had. But yeah, like I said, that is all I have got time for. Thank you so much for watching episode, what number are we up to? 14. Thank you so much for watching episode 14. I hope you have really enjoyed it. As I said earlier in the video, there is a Discord server which you can join. Link is in the description. I'm hoping to be posting more on TikTok and Instagram very, very soon. Which is super exciting. And I will see you all in episode 15, which will hopefully be next Sunday. And also, one more thing, I forgot to mention it. The Subnautica episode 2, I'm very sorry that things didn't quite work out how they thought they would, and I did not have enough time to actually record my solid half an hour block of Subnautica, but it's in the works. AKA, I just have to play for half an hour when I get time, so I will do that. But that has been all for episode... I've forgotten the number again. What number is it? Episode 14, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.